Reb Berurach, Sword of the Spirit, narrated and interpreted by Wendy.
Habaquq. Chapter 1. The prophecy which Habaquq, the prophet, saw. O Yahweh, how long will I cry, yet you will not hear, even crying out to you of violence, yet you will not save? Why do you show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are those who rise up strife and contention. Therefore the teaching is slack, and judgment never goes forth, for the wicked encompasses around the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceeds. Behold among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work during your days, which you will not believe, except it is told to you. For look, I raise up the Kashdim, that bitter and hasty nation, which will march through the width of the land, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity will proceed. Also their horses are swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen will spread themselves, and their horsemen will come from afar. They will fly like the eagle that hurried to eat. They will all come for violence. Their faces will sup up like the east wind, and they will gather captives like sand. And they will scoff at the kings, and the rulers will be scorned by them. They will deride every stronghold, for they will heap dust and take it. Then his mind will change, and he will pass over and offend, imputing this power to his gods. Are you not from everlasting, O Yahweh, my Elohim, my Holy One? We will not die, O Yahweh. You will ordain them for judgment. And O mighty Elohim, you will establish them for correction. You are of purer eyes than to behold evil, and cannot look on iniquity. Why do you look upon those who deal treacherously, and hold your tongue, when the wicked devours the men who are more righteous than him? And make Adam like the fishes of the sea, like the creeping things, who have no ruler over them. They take up all of them with a hook. They catch them in their net, and gather them in their drag. Therefore they rejoice and are glad. Moreover, they sacrifice to their net, and burn incense for their drag, because by them their portion is fat, and their food plenteous. Furthermore, they will empty their net, and not spare continually to slay the nations. Chapter 2. I will stand upon my watch, and set myself upon the tower, and watch to see what he will say to me, and what I will answer when I am corrected. Then Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tablets, so that he who reads it may run. For the vision is still for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and not lie. Although it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not be late. Behold, he whose soul is proud within himself is not upright. However, the righteous live by his faith. Also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, nor keeps at home, who enlarges his desire like hell, and is like death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers all nations to himself, and reserves all people for himself. Will all these not take up a parable against him, also a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him who increases what is not his? How long also to him who carries many pledges for himself? Will those who bite you not rise up suddenly, and awaken those who will vex you? Then you will be for booties to them, because you have plundered many nations. All the remnant of the people will plunder you, because of Adam's blood, and for the violence from the land of the city and all who dwell in it. Woe to him who covets an evil gain for his house, such that he may set his nest on high, to survive by an evil hand. You have consulted shame to your house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against your soul. For the stone will cry out of the wall, and out of the timber the beam will answer it. Woe to him who builds a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity. Behold, is it not Yahweh of hosts, that the people will labor in the fire, and the people will tire themselves for nothing? For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, like the waters cover the sea. Woe to him who gives a drink to his neighbor, who puts your bottle to him and makes him drunk too, so that you may look upon his nakedness. You are filled with shame instead of glory. Drink too, and let your foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the right hand of Yahweh will be turned against you, and shameful spewing will be upon your glory. For the violence of Lebanon will cover you, and the plunder of beasts which made them afraid because of Adam's blood, and for the violence from the land of the city and all who dwell in it. What are the benefits of a statue, such that its maker carves it, the mask and a teacher of lies, such that the maker of his work trusts in it, to make dumb idols? Woe to him who says to the wood, "Awaken," to the dumb stone, "Arise, it will teach." Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver. However, there is no breath in its midst at all. But Yahweh is in his holy temple. Let the entire earth keep silent before him. Chapter 3. A prayer of Habaquq, the prophet, concerning mistakes. O Yahweh, I have heard your speech and was afraid. O Yahweh, revive your work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known. During wrath, remember mercy. Elohim came from Timan, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Selah. His glory covered the heavens. Also the earth was full of his praise, and his brightness was like the light. He had rays coming out of his hands, and his power was hidden there. Pestilence came out before him. Also burning coals went out near his feet. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove the nations asunder, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. Their perpetual hills bowed. His ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains from the land of Midian trembled. Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was your anger against the rivers? Was your wrath against the sea, such that you rode upon your horses and chariots of salvation? Your bow was made naked according to the oath of the tribes, even your word, Selah. You cut the earth with rivers. The mountains saw you and trembled. The overflowing waters passed by. The abyss uttered his voice and lifted his hands on high. The sun and moon stood still in their habitation. They went by the light of your arrows, by the shining of your glittering spear. You marched through the land with indignation. You threshed the heathen with anger. You went forth from the salvation of your people, even for salvation with your anointed. You wounded the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation to the neck, Selah. You struck through with his staves the head of his villages. They came out like a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was like secretly devouring the poor. You walked through the sea with your horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled. My lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself. so that I might rest during the day of trouble. When he comes up to the people, he will invade them with his troop. Although the fig tree will not blossom, nor will the fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive will fail, the fields will yield no grain. The flock will be cut off from the fold, and there will be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in Yahweh. I will have joy in the Elohim of my salvation. Yahweh, Elohim, is my strength, and he will make my feet like deer feet, and he will make me walk upon my high places. To the chief singer on my stringed instruments.
The end.
Thank you for listening to my interpretation of Habakkuk.
I hope that you find my Bible series, Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit, enlightening. The word of Yahweh is a treasure trove of mysteries. It's amazing what you'll discover when you read it with your eyes open. My name is Wendy, and you've been called out of darkness